Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to start with Indian polity, in which we will going to study about constitutional development, in which we study different charter acts, regulating acts, and Government of India Act 1935, then Indian Independence Act of 1947. Let's start one by one. Let's start with the Regulating Act of 1773. This act is formed by the recommendation of secret committee. In this act, there are two important points. First, the Governor General of Bengal was Warren Hastings. He is helped by the Executive Council of four members, and the Presidency of Madras, Bombay, Calcutta, and Chennai are the subordinate of Governor General of Bengal. And second point is first Supreme Court was formed in Calcutta. This Supreme Court is formed by the Regulating Act of 1773, but the of Supreme proper implementation of this act is done till 1774. In Supreme Court, there is one chief judge and three other judges, and the chief judge is Chief Imfete. Then let's come on a second act. That this is an amending act of 1781. This is an amending act of regulating act of 1773, in which governor can make laws, and Hindu and Muslims are regulated by their own personal laws. Like Hindus are regulated by the Hindu law, and Muslims are regulated by Mohammedan law, except revenue matter. Now Pitt's India Act of 1784, in which company power is divided into two parts, that is commercial power and then political power. Commercial power is in the hands of company, and the political power is in the hand of Board of Control, a new body formed by the British Parliament. Britishers. Charter Act of 1813. In this, the expansion of education was done in India. Each year 1 lakh invested by British government. General Committee on Instruction was formed. There are 10 members in this committee, and head was Lord Macaulay. Promote of Christian religion, monopoly power of company get limited. In this, trade with tea and China are only permitted. Local government impose and local government can impose taxes. Then Charter Act of 1833. In this act, proper focus was on centralization. First Governor General of India was Lord William Bentinck, purely administrative body of East India Company. Company monopoly powers ended. First Law Commission head was Lord Macaulay. Indian participation in administration of company first time. Slavery Act ended slavery. Then Sarda Act ended sati system. Open competition for civil servants for only for Britishers. Now Charter Act of 1853. In the Central Legislative Council was formed. This is also known as mini parliament, and civil servant open competition. This is recommended by the committee that is headed by Lord Macaulay. After this 1857, the first war of independence, Sepoy mutiny happened. After this, the crown rule are proposed in India, in which the government of India, after this, the Government of India Act 1858 comes into light, in which company rule ended. Governor General became Viceroy. First Viceroy of India was Lord Canning. In Britain, Indian Ministry, headed by the Secretary of State, and the Secretary is helped by the Governor General of India and Deputy Governor in provinces. Then Indian Council Act of 1861. in which portfolio system and cabinet system started, beginning of representative institution of Indians lawmaking process. Only lawmaking process, ordinance power of Governor General were given. Then let's come on Indian Council Act of 1890. Now Indian Council Act of 1892, in which increased function of legislative councils, Indians can sit and speak on budget matter but not have voting right. And some other information, Congress established in 1885. Morley Minto Act of 1909, in which Governor General is now Viceroy, in which promote communalism, separate electoral college for Hindu and Muslims. Lord Minto is also called as a father of communal electorate. Indian Executive Council first Indian was Satyendra Nath Sinha. Indian Executive Council was formed and first Indian was Satyendra Nath Sinha. Montagu-Chelmsford Act of 1919, in which diarchy system in province, like provinces are divided into two subjects. First is transferred, second is reserved. Transfer contain local government, education, governor, and reserved has finance, law and order. Governor General is recommended by the Executive Council, and in transferred subject, Governor General is recommended by Legislative Council. And now is a bicameral system is central, like upper house and lower house, just like today our parliament has. And then Public Service Commission in 1926 opened for Indians as well, in which Satyendra Nath Tagore, who is a elder brother of Rabindranath Tagore, become a first civil servant. Separate electorate for Sikh, Christian and other communities. Viceroy Executive Council, 3 member will be Indian out of 6. Let comes on a Simon Commission of 1927. This is also known as White Commission, and head was John Simon. There are all members are Britishers, and there are 6 members. And now Nehru Report of 1928, head Motilal Nehru. He is a father of Jawaharlal Nehru, in which he proposed some points. First is fundamental rights, federal court, provincial autonomy, and discarded communist seat. After this, Jinnah also demanded 14 points, and 3 round table conferences happened. First round table conference, every person is talking about their own interest, like Bhimrao Ambedkar is talking about communism electorate for SC/ST. In second round table conference, Gandhi opposed this system of separate electorate, and the second round table conference didn't have any conclusion. Then third round table conference is 1932. In after this, the communal award of 1932 comes into light. On that time, Gandhi ji was on a Pune Yavarta jail, in which he announced fast up to death to prevent communal award of 1932. Let's start with the Government of India Act 1935. Government of India Act 1935 is the largest source of Indian Constitution, in which diarchy system in central, provincial autonomy, all India Federation, cameralist system in province, separation of Burma from India in 1937, federal system, RBI in 1935, federal court in 1937, Central Public Service Commission, Province Public Service Commission, Joint Public Service Commission, and franchise 10% of the population get voting right. These are the points that comes into light in Government of India Act in 1935. In 1937, there is a provincial election in 11 provinces, in which 6 has Congress government, like Middle Province, Mumbai, Madras, Bihar, Odisha. But in 1939, this provincial government of Congress gave their resignation because Britishers didn't ask Britishers didn't ask Congress government for entering into a World War II without their permission. When Congress government resigned, then the Lord Lithgow comes with the August offer of in 1940, but this offer is not get success because he proposed 3 point Indian Constituent Assembly get dominion status in government, their war advisory and veto power to minority. But Indian National Congress already decided to not get dominion status, and these all the conditions are applied after war, and this August offer get rejected. Then we will come on Indian individual satyagrah that was started from Pavnar Ashram, and first satyagrahi was Vinoba Bhave and Jawaharlal Nehru, in which they gave a nara like Delhi Chalo movement. After the Cripps mission of 1942, Britain Prime Minister was Churchill. Permission of forming Constituent Assembly was given, but Mahatma Gandhi called this as a post-dated check because Indian National Congress in their Lahore session in 1929 already announced Purna Swaraj resolution. After the rejection of Cripps mission, a Quit India movement or Bharat Chodo Andolan in 8 August 1942 started, in which Mumbai Maulana Abdul Kalam was head. Mahatma Gandhi gave the slogan "Do and Die." This is also known as August Revolution. But Britishers crushed this movement, and Lord Wavell in 1945 come with different points. Points were like Constituent Assembly were formed. Second, Viceroy Executive Council has two powers in their hand. First of Commander-in-Chief, and second is Foreign Affairs. And 6/14, only Muslim electorate can elect on Muslim seats and communalism veto. By this Lord Wavell points, Muslim League was happy, but Indian National Congress rejected this. After this, the Simla Conference happened on 24 June 1945. Director was Abdul Kalam Azad, but this also failed. Then comes with we will come on a cabinet mission plan of 1946, in which interim government was formed on 2 September 1946. Head was Wavell and sub-head was Jawaharlal Nehru. Constituent Assembly was formed in 9 December 1946. This is recommended by the Cabinet Mission Plan. After this Mountbatten Yojana, 3 June 1947, India and Pakistan become two different countries. After this Indian Independence Act of 1947, in which India and Pakistan divided according to law of 15 August, Lord Mountbatten on this act. Thank you. And now Eve started, and we have, because we get the Indian Independence Act of 1947, and on 15 August we got independent. On 15 August 1947 we got independence. Yay, Eve!